Hi guys, welcome back to Anime Recap here. Um, watched a Kickstarted series today called Under the Dog, episode 1. And it was interesting because it had some news coverage being like, Kickstarter anime and stuff like that. So this was gonna be like an interesting one. I saw like some trailers with like the blonde girl, wrecking face and doing a lot of that, which you did a lot of in this this episode. Obviously, she was in there, as I'm sure you've seen before looking at this recap. So basically, it starts out with like this brown hair girl named Ketsu, and she's just basically like doing like she's basically like with her family, and mom's calling like the boy to get downstairs, whatever, and she's like, I'm going, see ya, going to school, and like she's putting on a happy face for her family, but I think her family knows what's going on, you know what I'm saying, and they're just like really sad. As a viewer, you don't know what the fuck is going on right now. You're just like, oh, they're really sad right now, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, okay. Well, the thing was that it had a lot of crazy stuff in it. Then it shows these two girls. One girl is sniping somebody, which was interesting, and those things happen. And then it shows the girl who we just saw in the beginning in the bathroom with a gun. She puts her gun back in the thing, and she introduces herself to the class after that. And we see this boy named Nanase. He's important, obviously, because he's sitting by the window, of course, by the window in the third test from the last. You know what I'm saying? Always where the important guy sits. But turns out he wasn't that really important. I mean, he was, but not as much as we all thought at first. So basically, after this, apparently, like, we're seeing like a lot of stuff like from like secret organizations, assassins, things of that nature, and all of a sudden the U.S. military attacks the school, trying to find the target. I guess they kept mentioning Hope and things of that nature, and this includes a really cool thing they did in the anime. They incorporated both English and Japanese, and it's like, that's so smart, like, because like that's so realistic, and it's something that's not always happens, which brings it up a notch. Like, this is pretty cool. I like it. It almost, to be honest, it almost doesn't even need to be dubbed, to be honest. What reason would it need to? Because you're just destroying the integral story work. Not that I don't like English, though, I'm just saying there's really no need to now, because it's like that's how it was meant to be. So the thing is that after they start attacking, like Togetsu starts taking Nanase all around the school, trying to run and trying to get out of there however they can, and more and more things are being alluded to. They're like, send the blonde-haired girl, which I forgot her name. Sorry, fuck it, I don't give a shit. But they're saying send her, and she, is being like, they keep showing her throughout the episode until she finally reveals herself. But it really does make you feel for Togetsu and Nanase in the episode, because you find out why these girls, like, they're part of the Flowers unit, and they're just girls who have their family, like, they're like, they have to become assassins, and if they die or something, their parents die too, to hold leverage over them, and it's really messed up. And even when Togetsu died, she's told Hana, I think her name was Hana, I don't know. She told her, hey, I'm sorry, guys, got to do the dirty job, and she's much better than everybody because she got airdropped in with the blonde girl. So it was just like crazy. Nanase fucking, it was just like, I don't know what to do throughout this whole entire episode. Why am I so important? He doesn't know. They did a nice foreshadowing with Togetsu and Nanase when they were talking, like, in the sports closet. They were saying, do you like your parents? And then, like, he said, yeah, I didn't really have it. Like, my dad didn't really come home. And before, they showed an old man, like, like, changing whatever. And before this, during like the school attack, a monster comes in, like, just a monster comes in wrecking face and just like doing all these things. First of all, this thing is like a non-stop action shot. so all of it's basically just action. It's cool action shots, and the animation is pretty steady. They did a good job with the animation right here. You know, it's not that bad. It's pretty good. And I just have to say, like, and it's just, see, it's an emotional roller coaster because you're like, oh, maybe he's gonna do this. No, that's not happening. Oh, maybe she can, like, I don't know, does she have something to do? No, that's not happening. Maybe he's got something, maybe because they're trying to say he's so important, maybe he'll, like, do some crazy shit. Nope, not at all, but you're gonna find out. And basically, the blonde-haired girl is the most badass one, and when the monster was, when they had their monster versus badass girl fight, she was just, you know, got some of that good, you know, nudity in there, but but basically she like gets this like red shit, like a rash. It's sort of like a rash, to be honest, and like it's like this like thing, and she like wins against the monster, sort of like she gets to the other side, and then all of a sudden, like the monster goes to up to Nanase, and you know, all of a sudden it's blacked out, and then the monster is destroyed because I guess he awakened his power or whatever, and it's apparently like Nanase's dad, and because it's his dad, like, and all of a sudden he has the same hand as the monster did, because I guess he like stabbed him and whatever, and he's like, dad, and and it's just like, what the fuck, and it's like one of those things. And then they always kept saying hope, and we're here, like, we have to destroy humanity's hope and shit like that. Why was Nanase like so happy about this? Maybe we can finally end this. And if did Togetsu know that he was like a hope monster? Because why couldn't she have just popped him in the head if that were the case? Did they need him for something? Because the blonde girl had no trouble just popping him in the head. Maybe it's because the ones before, as soon as they turn, you can't use them. It's weird. It's really weird. I don't know. Other than my rants, I did like it. It was a cool anime. I know plenty of my friends who would love this type of show, and I'm sure they've already watched it. It's military. It's not, military isn't exactly my thing, but it does have some cool elements, had some cool battles. Any gripes? I mean, you know, other than like just having like a tethered plot line and not really understanding anything just yet. But maybe that's why. It had some cool like design choices and directing choices. It had some cool animation with the battle scenes, and it's an action anime. Hopefully we get some sort of character development. We didn't really get too much character development with the blonde girl, except that she's a killing machine. And you know, we got a lot of character development with Togetsu and Nanase, but we just wiped that off the map because they're both dead now. But then again, it didn't show Nanase getting dead, so maybe she paralyzed him. Who knows? Alright guys, tell me your predictions in the comments below. Like, favorite, subscribe, comment, you know what it is. Subscribe, yeah. See you guys in the next one.